The South China Sea has just erupted into one of the most dangerous confrontations in years. The USS Nimitz carrier strike group has arrived near Scarborough Shoal. The Philippines is mobilizing its fastest vessels, and Japan has joined the pursuit. Chinese ships refused to stand down, and moments later, the situation turned deadly. The situation near Scarborough Shoal changed dramatically when the USS Nimitz carrier strike group entered the region under a freedom of navigation operation. The presence of a full U.S. carrier group complete with destroyers, cruisers, and air wings sent a clear message that the United States would not allow unilateral control by any nation over international waters. The Philippines, already under heavy pressure from constant Chinese incursions, immediately synchronized its operations with the American arrival. As the Nimitz strike group approached, Philippine Navy and Coast Guard vessels detected multiple Chinese maritime militia and naval hulls circling dangerously close to their patrol ships. These Chinese vessels attempted to block Philippine resupply missions, aggressively maneuvering within meters of their hulls. Intelligence shared by the US and Japan confirmed that this was a coordinated push by Beijing to reinforce its presence around the shoal before international forces could respond. Japan, which had been conducting joint maritime exercises with the Philippines in nearby waters, quickly dispatched destroyers and maritime patrol aircraft to support the developing situation. With rising tensions across the Indo-Pacific, Tokyo understood the importance of showing solidarity and preventing China from testing the limits of regional alliances. Japanese P-3C and P-1 patrol aircraft began tracking the Chinese ships from above, relaying their movements in real time. As the combined US, Philippine, and Japanese forces closed in, several Chinese ships attempted to flee the area at high speed. Philippine fast attack craft and Japanese destroyers began pursuit, pushing the confrontation to a dangerous level. The US Navy maintained distance, keeping F/A-18 fighter jets airborne and ready to intervene if escalation threatened Allied vessels. The situation quickly escalated when a Chinese maritime militia ship attempted a ramming maneuver against a Philippine patrol vessel. The vessel suffered damage, and its crew issued an immediate distress signal. Philippine warships reacted instantly, firing warning shots and maneuvering aggressively to protect their damaged vessel. Japanese ships joined the blocking formation, preventing additional ramming attempts. Moments later, another Chinese ship believed to be a militia vessel, reinforced with hardened steel, accelerated toward the Japanese destroyer. Japan responded by launching a helicopter to deter the approach, while Philippine vessels moved into intercept positions. The Chinese ship ignored multiple warnings, and the standoff intensified. According to naval reports circulated among the Allied fleet, one of the fleeing Chinese ships refused to comply with de-escalation signals. After a series of dangerous maneuvers that threatened the safety of Allied sailors, the situation reached a breaking point. Philippine and Japanese forces coordinated a pursuit, and after repeated aggressive attempts by the Chinese vessel, it was disabled and later sank after sustaining critical damage during the chase. The exact method remains classified, but sources indicate that precision fire from an Allied vessel played a major role. As the damaged Chinese ships disappeared beneath the waves, the remaining militia vessels broke formation and retreated toward the north, while the Chinese Navy destroyer group that had been shadowing the area suddenly halted its advance. They chose not to escalate further with the full presence of the Nimitz strike group overhead and Japanese naval air assets monitoring every movement. Following the confrontation, U.S. aircraft from the USS Nimitz began wide-area surveillance flights, securing the maritime zone and ensuring that no additional hostile forces attempted to re-enter the shoal. Philippine forces resumed their operations with direct U.S. and Japanese support strengthening their hold over the waters surrounding Scarborough Shoal. This event marks one of the most significant escalations in recent years. It demonstrates how quickly the situation in the South China Sea can shift from tense to explosive. The alliance between the U.S., the Philippines, and Japan proved decisive, sending a powerful message that aggressive maritime behavior will meet unified resistance. The sinking of hostile vessels underscores the growing risks of confrontation in this critical region. As geopolitical tensions continue to rise, the Scarborough Shoal standoff shows how fragile the balance truly is. Any miscalculation could spark a wider conflict, and the role of strategic partners like the United States and Japan is more important than ever in maintaining stability. The future of the South China Sea will depend on how firmly regional alliances stand against expansionist pressure, and how willing they are to defend international waters at any cost. If you found this report informative, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Stay updated on the latest military developments, global defense strategies, and frontline analysis. Thanks for watching.